Hello and welcome to Foundation Nation. I'm your host, Matthew Cote. Along with Daniel, we're both high school educated, masters of nothing, and gifted with a knowledge of, well, a lot. Today on the podcast, we're going to talk about some interesting recent goings-ons in our beautiful state, and maybe even a few things going on in this amazing round thing we call home. Hello and welcome back to Foundation Nation. Hi, I'm Matthew Cote, your host, with my co-host, Daniel.
Hello, everyone. I'm Daniel, your co-host. Welcome back.
Hey, so holy crap, it's smoky out.
Yeah, it has been tough working outside. That smoke is just really getting on my nerves. It's just making my day much longer.
Yeah, I was driving down the freeway today, and you can't see the freeway signs. They're not even visible. And then I was going over, that really high bridge that's on I-5 where if you look to the right heading towards Seattle, you could see all of Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
I could see nothing. That's crazy. Like my entire life, I've gone over that thing. I don't ever remember not being able to see Seattle. The planet's on fire.
Yeah, today we were driving south, and I had to turn my lights on so somebody can actually see me.
Jesus Christmas, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Did you hear what they think might have started it?
At this point in time, there are few causes, but at least half of it, I think it's people who do some careless things.
Yeah. They go out there, go camping and flick a cigarette.
Yeah, it's not even a cigarette. Sometimes it's just a match that was not put out properly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just that, or a firecracker at night.
Oh yeah, firecrackers. Yeah, that'll work. Do you think it was a shooting star?
I would hope so. That would at least give it a cause.
Yeah, geez, Christ, I just tell you.
Yeah, but luckily we have a rain coming at the end of the week. So let's hope that it's going to help our firefighters to do
what they got to do to get it done. Yep. I think we should develop a giant, humongous fan. Just one big, giant fan.
Well, I would pay $1 to see that.
Yeah, like I probably made like $1.25. There's a company out there, and they're called. I had a friend that used to work for them. They're called Big Ass Fans. Do you know that? So have you ever gone in a warehouse and you see like the big, just like 20-foot diameter fans?
Oh yeah, I have seen this.
Yeah, they're called Big Ass Fans. That's the name of the company. Big Ass Fans. Yeah. So. Okay, so what else we got? So did you hear about the guy in Arkansas?
Oh, yeah.
Talk to me.
This is kind of interesting. In Arkansas, they called for tournament of the century. And it was a...
Was it a Frisbee contest?
No. It was a golf. And you had to pay like almost $400 just to participate.
Okay.
And at the very beginning of the tournament, they told everyone, all the players, that, oh, surprise, we're having this event once in a century, that whoever makes a 10th hole in one shot gets a truck, F-150.
For free?
For free, just because you make that hole in one shot.
One shot?
Yep, whoever makes it gets it.
What?
And the probability of this is like 1 in a million.
Yeah.
Specific hole,
one shot,
one shot, everything.
You don't get a practice.
And the guy just did it.
What they said, who's this guy?
I don't remember his name, but they said, "Oh, sorry, it was just a promotion. We were just joking. It was not whatever." And now he's suing them for this $50,000 truck.
Well, if they're smart, they would say, "Congratulations, here's your Ford F-150," and give them like a small toy. Yeah, we meant the small toy, not the real thing. That's what.
It was sitting in the cab of that truck. So you just
here's your
did
teeny
not see
tiny. Yeah, jeez. Yeah, there's when you win the lottery, And when you win the lottery, they have a deal. They could say, okay, or they'll make you a deal. They'll say, we'll give you, so if you win $100 million or whatever the lottery amount is, they'll say, we'll give you one lump sum after taxes and everything. And we'll just give you $50 million check tomorrow if you want to make a deal. And then they'll have another one where we'll give you $40,000 a year for the rest of your life. But it doesn't add up to anywhere near what they owe you, you know. But as soon as you win the lottery, a lot of people don't know that, is the lottery company or commission or whatever it is. I'm sure it's just a private company. So as soon as they do that, they come approach you and they say, hey, let's make a deal. And they save money right away. And most people take the lump sum, you know, and there's always, you know what that reminds me of? I was listening to this radio, what was it? It was, I think it might have been the news. Okay, so you heard of fishing competitions, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, you go on a boat and you go out and and they get they have different types. The longest, the most fish of how much they weigh together combined. Anyway, these two guys went fishing and they had been fishing champions for years. And live on TV, they got caught cheating.
Oh my God.
The judge was, you see it in his face. He's holding the fish and then all of a sudden his eyes go like this. And he looks down and he starts feeling the fish's belly. These guys cut open the fish a teeny bit. They shove fish weights in them. And live on TV, the judges are cutting open the fish, pulling out weights and pieces of chicken and pieces of fish or something. And I guess it just went really bad for these guys and they were cheating.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're a champion and you caught cheating.
Yeah. And I just heard just today that something's been going on with chess and cheating. Have you heard about that?
Yes, it is kind of vague situation. Present champion, he is accusing one of the contenders of cheating. For some reason, he decided.
How would you cheat in chess? You're just like,
I think he's using some sort of something to help him decide next move.
Oh.
So it could be that he's using somehow he's using a computer to help him to make next move. It looks like when contender was playing a champion said that the way he is playing is not the way of a human playing, it's the way of a computer playing. So now he said that he would never play the guy.
Oh.
Yeah. So now the contender cannot actually become a champion because champion is refusing to play with him. He just he makes a first move and then gives up. He's like, okay, I lost. Yep.
Do you know if are computers beyond humans now as far as chess?
Yes.
So we can't beat the computers.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You remember that? You remember that big chess match long ago with that computer, Deep Blue, or?
Yep. And our guy Harry Kasparov, he actually beat it.
He beat it once out of 3 times.
I do not remember how
some
many.
Amount of time, but he did beat it once.
He did beat it once, and
That's
then
pretty incredible.
And then they analyzed everything. And it never happened again.
Yeah, they got him. The computer learned it all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting, though. What's more interesting, watching a game or a sport of whatever, or catching the cheaters and figuring out how they cheated? That's pretty fun, thinking about it. But chess, I've been to chess tournaments when I was a kid. And I've been to chess tournaments when, the boys were in chess. And I remember going to tournaments and watching people lose and they'd jump up on the table screaming and yelling. I mean, it's intense.
Well, I never thought that chess could create some intensity
Yeah.
and like a real rage and stuff. But I saw it happen because I had to bring my son to some of the tournaments,
Yeah.
and I saw tears.
Yeah.
Like people were like
Yeah.
really broken inside.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about, work and stuff lately because it's just been a lot. We need always more help and all. I feel like I'm a little overworked sometimes, but as a construction engineering degree specialist, I was wondering like what's been going on at work with you in the poly world, lifting
Oh,
and leveling.
well, luckily for us, weather was really good this summer,
Yeah.
and it helped a lot with the quality of the foam.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes naturally really good.
Mm-hmm.
And the success rate in all of our crews is almost 100%
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, we do have some hiccups here and there because some people are waiting too long to call us.
Yeah.
For example, some jobs we have to lift it like 3-4 inches,
Yeah.
and that is not a problem. Absolutely not. It's our bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's like 7-8 inches, a foot.
Come on.
Oh yeah, and we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing it, and
Yeah.
we're succeeding. Actually succeeding.
Yeah.
I'm amazed.
It's amazing.
And that's
amazing.
one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because I'm just enjoying the process and enjoying seeing the result of my
Yeah.
work. That's just a lot of satisfaction.
Do you remember? I don't know how many years ago it was. More than 7.
No,
5?
it's a decade. It's
Where-
a decade.
oh,
when I started,
Yeah, jeez.
that's a
But
pretty
do you
much
remember?
10 years ago.
Yeah. Do you remember the first truck we had, the semi, that you needed a CDL for?
Yes, and I remember our very first job.
You know what I
do.
remember? I remember we had that thing and something went wrong with it. And on Saturday, and I gave up on it. And then you went out and you were working on it on Saturday and you called me up and you're like, the foam's all over everywhere. Do you remember it leaked all over the
Yeah.
ground or something?
It was a gigantic door, 15 by 15 feet door, just painted. And I sprayed everything, like everything. And it had to be repainted
Yeah.
by a professional painter.
Yeah.
Yes, but that
Yeah.
was one of them events that
Yeah.
I will never ever forget.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long road. We're on like generation, I don't know, 15, modification 5,000 at least. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to switch out the trailer to the box truck or whatever situation we're going to be doing with that. You don't know yet. That's still behind the curtain. You don't know. Well, you know what? We'll talk about that next time once you get a better handle on what you're going to do there.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
excited to see the transition of whatever's going to happen with that.
Yeah.
So what are you excited in the industry these days? Like what's in your mind?
I'm excited about our new product that we are going to bring to the market.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is that has a very big potential being our most popular product. The reason is it is designed to support the seawall.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Seattle is all about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like seawalls are everywhere, on the lakes,
Yeah.
around the Puget
Yeah.
Sound, everywhere.
Yeah.
And that thing works like magic.
Mm-hmm. We need to thank all the chemical engineers that have been working on it for years to try to get that stuff going for us.
Oh yeah.
Like-
And now it's just a plug and play.
Yeah. 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 The engineering factory, or what would you call that? I don't know, but the like experiment, the laboratory, that's what it is. The laboratory that they work on. I was talking to one of the engineers that work for us designing this junk, and he's like, well, this is pretty much how it goes. And he sprays and leaves and sprays and leaves hundreds and hundreds of times, and then they let the foam dry and test it. Just like, and then you go into their laboratory. Have you been to the one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about. You know, the
yeah.
laboratory. Yeah. And I was just looking around and I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, lots of mushrooms over here.
Yeah, lots of Yeah, and they have lab coats and this is like the real deal. You know, and then I want to go invent something after I leave that place. It was very cool. It was very cool. So yeah, I'm always excited about that stuff. You know, at someday, you know, steel is going to become too expensive. Piers are just going to become obsolete, and somebody will figure out how to, you know, just use foam. You know, there's applications for, you know, it's just like it's the same thing. Well, for our industry, it's the same thing in my mind, like the very first computer. The very first computer was basically a calculator. It didn't do much more than a calculator to, I think, a billion. I think it went to 9,999,000. That's as high as it went.
And it took pretty much entire floor of the building to make one computer.
Yeah, just one. Yeah,
just one.
Yeah, and now we have these cell phones that is essentially the entire Pentagon. All of you know the information of the world is in our pocket.
Yep.
You know, so. The biggest thing, you know, that they're doing, that the big corporations are doing now that I'm seeing a shift to, which I thought was really interesting, is instead of innovation, you know, instead of like taking, like, here's a problem, let's create a solution. Yeah. What they're doing is efficiencies.
Oh yeah, because pretty much right now they run out of ideas.
Yeah.
And all they have is just let's polish this until it becomes absolutely beautiful piece of work.
Yeah. I mean, just like Boeing, you know, they went from aluminum to, carbon fiber stuff. Yeah. You know, and all they did was essentially, besides the winglets, they just made the plane lighter.
Yep.
You know,
there are some hiccups with the carbon armor.
Yeah.
Carbon fiber. Because you have to make it in a certain way, otherwise even carbon fiber doesn't hold.
Yeah. You know, the miracles, the way that stuff becomes the miracle or the magic isn't the material, it's the way it's weaved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. They make it crossing. They layer pieces at different angles.
Right.
At different thickness and everything, and that's how they achieve stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. And that is a top secret.
Super top secret
how they do it.
You know what I was trying to find? I mean, maybe you've found it or somewhere, but you know AirPods Pro? You know the one, you know AirPods, right? So there's AirPods, you know, just like regular ones where you just put them in like normal. Then there's these other ones where you put them in and they make all the sound around you go away.
Yeah, noise canceling.
Yeah, that's it. Noise canceling. How do they I don't get, how do they cancel that noise but not the noise you're hearing?
Oh, that's simple. They have a microphone that goes inside your ear, and that microphone picks up whatever sound it can hear, the microphone. And because opposite waves of sound cancel each other, it has a tiny speaker inside that releases opposite sound waves into your ear to cancel that sound.
It's just the craziest shit ever.
Yep, and it is all managed by, again, microchip. Yep. So
you know, if I designed
second generation already.
If I design an AirPod, it'd be the size of a 5-gallon bucket. 2 of them.
No, they already released a second version of AirPods Pro. AirPods.
What AirPods Pro? You know what the difference is?
The difference is better noise canceling, better sound.
Okay.
And they added all of the touch controls there now, so everything just works.
Interesting.
Yep.
I mean, what
for the same measly $300?
Yeah, it's crazy. You can hold it in your hand. It's so easy to lose.
Oh yeah,
so easy to lose. Yeah. So, okay, so the thing that is on everybody's mind, or at least what the news is and the radio, anybody that's talking about is inflation and recession and all this junk, which, it doesn't bother me, because what always bothers me? What always bothers me is when when my team is the best, when the money is the easiest to get, when the country is the best, when everything's going great. That's what makes me nervous. It doesn't make me nervous when we're at the bottom of the barrel. So that doesn't bother me. But a lot of people are talking about recession, inflation, stagflation, and all this.
Stagnation.
But the one thing that is really interesting to me is inflation.
Well, inflation usually touches middle class and lower class the most because they have a much more limited income.
Mm-hmm.
And for example, right now, they calculated that families, not people, families, household gets anywhere between $400 to $1,000 extra per month of expenses because of inflation.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. Yep.
I mean,
even $400 for small household for three people, that is a lot.
Yeah.
But usually it goes, because households usually contain more than three people, it goes up to $1,000 per month.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
what do you think overall? I agree with that. I think you're right. What do you think overall? I'm just trying to think. If people are going to cut costs in their household, what are the top 5 things that they would cut costs on?
Oh, it's going to be everything but food.
Everything but food.
Yep.
What happens if it gets to food? What are they going to
do? I mean, they're going to be just nobody's going to buy anything, only essential portion.
Yeah.
Just the essentials.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, are going to try to get deeper in debt, but get what they want.
Yeah.
And it's going to drive economy even further down. And the inflation, I think our government knows what to do to stop it. However, I do not know if they're really willing to.
Sure. And for everybody listening, I do want to remind them we are located directly under the beautiful SeaTac Airport, under the 3rd runway. So we have planes literally going through one ear and out the other when we do this podcast in the studio. But I like it, so it doesn't bother me. But just in case you hear, we're not flying in a jet, we're not driving, and we're not on a racetrack. It's just a million airplanes buzzing around. Yeah, inflation is an interesting thing. It can go up and it can also go down. It's one of those things. I was just wondering, because I just don't know. There's certain things that, like, if you give somebody a raise, you can't really take that raise away. Is that the same thing with inflation? Like, if we have inflation, does it actually go back down? I mean,
in my experience, it never goes back down. What happens with inflation is that government starts to print more money, and wages go up, prices go up, everything goes up, and then they just erase 0 or 2 on prices and money. Yeah, and it
balances itself out
to balance everything out.
Yeah,
but prices of anything never go down.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't make sense. If I am owner of the store, why would I bring prices down?
No, I mean, the goal is to get them as high as you can.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so right now, let's see, the things that we don't need, would you agree that they're more expensive than the things that we do need? Would that be?
In general, things that we don't need are the most expensive things.
Well, okay, so some of the things that I think that we do need are food, utilities, and teachers, for example. And those aren't the most expensive.
Well, we pay to our teachers through taxes.
Yeah.
That is like a
Not our job.
You cannot see that expands right away. It goes through different loops. But what people actually see is what they pay at the register.
Sure.
And that's what makes people mad.
Yeah. I wonder, what we need to study and talk about is the gas prices. I want to break that down and see where that's all going. Because I keep hearing from people for years, actually, that we have like the highest gas prices in the country or close to it or something. We need to study that. I want to break that down for next time for everyone.
Yeah, it needs a separate time.
Yeah. Let's break that down, okay? Let's study on that and break that down for next week. Okay, everyone. I'm Matthew, and this is
Daniel,
and we are going to say goodbye. And that was good. We'll see you next week.
Yep. See you. Bye.
Thank you for joining the Foundation Nation, proudly sponsored by Pentec, the industry leader of floor coatings. You can find us anywhere you get podcasts. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode, and if you have any comments or suggestions on future topics, just let us know at foundationnation.com. So join us next time, and thank you.